So when everybody leaves, it's just Elon sitting at home, brushing his teeth, just a bunch of ideas bouncing around your head. When did you realize that that's not the case with most people?
I think when I was, 5 or 6 or something. I thought I was insane. It was just strange. Because it was clear that other people their mind wasn't exploding with ideas. I don't think you'd necessarily want to be me. It's very hard to turn it off. It's like a never-ending explosion.
1971년도에 태어난 일론 머스크는 어렸을 때부터 남달랐다고 합니다. 책을 좋아했으며 읽은 책의 내용은 모두 기억할 정도로 기억력도 좋았다고 해요. 일론 머스크는 자기 스스로도 자신이 다른 아이들과 다르다는 점을 어렸을 때 알았다고 말하죠. 그렇게 남달랐던 일론 머스크는 친구들 사이에서 심각한 따돌림을 당했었고, 그래서 그는 학교를 싫어했던 아이였다고 말합니다. 일론 머스크가 천재성이 뛰어난 아이였던 건 우리 모두가 알고 있는 사실이죠. 하지만 정말 그는 단지 천재성 하나 때문에 지금의 성공을 거두었을까요? 사람들은 그의 성공한 모습을 보고 좋아하지만 사실 그 성공 속엔 수많은 실패가 있었다는 거죠. 그의 천재성과 더불어 그의 투지, 그리고 멈추지 않았던 그의 열정과 열의, 이 모든 것들이 지금의 일론 머스크를 만든 것이죠. 자세히 한번 들어보겠습니다.
Tesla is still one of the index's worst performers so far this week, down almost 12%.
Because I think it's the most interesting story in the market. It's Tesla. Right now, it hits another new low.
By various metrics, the stock is now trading at its lowest valuation ever, and Elon Musk is no longer the richest man in the world.
Private enterprise will not ever lead a space frontier. Not because I don't want them to, but my read of history tells me they can't. It's not possible.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight and the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that, because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
Certainly hoping they would.
What are you trying to prove to them?
What I'm trying to do is to make a significant difference in spaceflight and help make spaceflight accessible to almost anyone.
Creating a company is almost like having a child. So it's sort of like, how do you say your child should not have food?
So once you have the company, you have to feed it and nurse it and take care of it, even if it ruins you.
Yeah.
What was your biggest failure and how did it change you?
Well, there's a ton of failures along the way, that's for sure. As I said, for SpaceX, the first 3 launches failed and just barely able to scrape together enough parts and money to do the 4th launch. If that 4th launch had failed, we would have been dead. So multiple failures along the way. 2008 was brutal. Tesla almost went bankrupt. We closed our financing round 6 p.m. Christmas Eve 2008. It was the last hour of the last day that it was possible. We would have gone bankrupt 2 days after Christmas otherwise. And I got divorced. That was like rough, man.
I mean, Tesla really faced a severe threat of death due to the Model 3 production ramp. Essentially, the company was bleeding money like crazy, and just if we didn't solve these problems in a very short period of time, we would die. And it was extremely difficult to solve them.
How close to death did you come?
Within single-digit weeks.
Like one of the most difficult choices I have ever faced in life was in 2008. I think I had maybe $30 million left, or $30 or $40 million left in 2008. I had 2 choices. I could put it all into one company, and then the other company would definitely die, or split it. But if I split it between 2 companies, then both might die. And when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating something, or building something, it's like a child. And so it's like, which one am I going to let one starve to death? I couldn't bring myself to do it, so I split the money between the 2. Fortunately, thank goodness, they both came through.
But suppose there were some tough times in end of 2008. How did you get through that period of crisis?
Yeah.
2000 and...
Can we just break for a second?
Sure, of course. Yeah. You want to wait a little while?
Man, I sure hope it was worth it. Sure hope so.
Pardon me?
Sure hope it was worth it.